Hello, welcome to the stream. I gotta make sure that this is up and running. My audio's good here. I'm just gonna quickly mute that. Okay. Okay, looks like my audio's good. And we can start the stream. So today, I'm just gonna be reacting to the Jadyn and Acheeto debate here. I'm on Acheeto's channel, obviously on incognito mode, so not subscribed. On my main account I am, but yeah. Right before we do this, I just gotta make sure I get everything good. Hopefully my audio is not getting too distorted right now with me moving my mic and stuff. I just need to quickly make a Twitter post and a community tab post. And then we can get right into this. By the way, this will be my last commentary thing before I go back to the Destiny content. Because I realized I switched the content up way too much on you guys, so I want to get it back to normal, and yeah. So if I just make a community post. Oh, I can't type right now. Okay, now we got the community post. Now to Twitter. There we go. Everything is good, and I can officially start this. So here we go. We're gonna start with the intro of the debate. I'm gonna probably not do the entire thing. I'm gonna skip ahead a bit, but yeah.
Today, I am here for the collaboration / debate that I think you have all been waiting for months at this point. I am in a Discord call with my arch nemesis.
Okay, I'm just
my
gonna
use,
skip
what's called
until. I'm just gonna skip until it actually starts.
When you're launching a new product with a tight deadline,
2 weeks?
Grammarly's tone.
the teachable moment, right? So, would you say that you understand what I'm saying right now? Like, do you understand like why maybe saying that you're transgender Hitler, like that's not gonna like land well on some people?
I mean,
Okay, if you don't know, intro, Jadyn said transgender Hitler. Yeah, I don't get the joke. I understand what the joke is saying, considering the takes on religion and what they've said on Twitter and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know if it will hit well with most people saying you're transgender Hitler. That's a bit weird.
the thing is, right, all right. I'm owning some of my past mistakes. I'm making kind of a joke out of it because I mean, what more can you do? You know,
actually,
obviously.
can I give a suggestion? Because you said what more you can do. I would say, right now, for the record, for the public record, you can disavow Hitler. You can say Hitler was an awful person, and I want nothing to do with his ideology or him as at all. You can
W Cheeto right there. I'm not gonna lie. He did absolutely nothing. He just said Hitler's a bad person, but still. W Cheeto. If you don't know, a while ago, the reason Jadyn is saying this, a while ago they were tweeting stuff like, oh, I hope World War II happens to religious people, aka, you know, the Holocaust, World War II. It was not a good thing. Adolf Hitler, very bad man. Not a good thing. He killed 6 million Jews just because they were Jews. So yeah, I guess they're owning that, which I don't blame them. But yeah.
probably say that.
Yeah. Obviously. I mean, the guy did some horrible things. Like, I mean, honestly, I sort of misspoke earlier, and I apologize for that.
Bro, that was... You apologize for misspeaking, like, a minute ago? Okay, that's crazy, bro. Misspeaking one... And then the next minute apologizing? Yo, that's crazy. Are you sure it was misspeaking? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know what to think about that, though. That's, bit weird.
Can I be honest?
Like,
when you said I misspoke earlier, you kind of stopped at miss, and I thought you were going to say, I kind of miss Hitler. And I'm glad you didn't say that, because a part of me...
Very good. Because I watched this as it was premiering. I genuinely thought that that's what they were going to say. And that would have been pretty bad. I'm just going to say that much. Would have been pretty bad. I don't know what I would have thought about that, but yeah. I'm going to try to skim through this quick. I just want to get through this little teachable moment part, I guess.
Me kind of was like, am I going to have to hang up this call right now because of TOS? But I'm glad you didn't say that. So, you know, this is a good start.
So I misspoke earlier because, I mean, he did a lot of bad things, and like there's a reason.
Oh no, he definitely didn't do that. Obviously he did bad things. Yes, he did bad things. Good on you. You acknowledge that. But still, why'd you call yourself transgender Hitler? That's a bit weird, not gonna lie. You misspoke. I don't know if I 100% believe that, but guess I have to take your word for it. So, yeah.
And why he was kicked out of art school, because, I mean, honestly, his art's kind of bad.
Okay, if you didn't hear, a couple minutes before this, honestly, his art's kind of bad. They were saying his art's good. I don't know if it was a joke or not, but from the tone, to me, definitely sounded like it wasn't a joke, that his art was good. And I don't think that's why he got kicked out of art school. I'm pretty sure he got kicked out of art school because he wasn't good at art. Because I don't know exactly why. Actually, I'll Google it right now. Hitler got kicked out of art school because the Academy judged his drawings as unsatisfactory. So it had nothing to do with World War II because he wasn't even in politics at that point. Hate to bring it up, but yeah.
It's just mid. It's just like bad. And then of course, you know, the whole like Holocaust thing, that was also really awful.
Right. Okay, you know, this is good. I'm glad that we're starting with this basis. You know, this is good stuff. Okay, so you know what? Glad we got that over with. So we're going to start this podcast or video or whatever. We're going to start it off because there's a lot of bad blood between us, you know? I don't have the best opinion of you. You probably don't have the best opinion of me. You know, I don't really like a lot of what you do and say on the internet. Just, I think you know that.
Okay, random. That's a bit weird.
And you probably feel the same way about me. So,
Okay, we're
before
gonna.
we
I
get
guess they're
into
trying to say
that,
one
which is
nice
gonna
thing about
happen,
each other.
That's what people are here to see. Let's start this off by saying something nice about each other. If you want some time to think, I can go first.
Okay, I think.
Well, if I had
I
something,
think I'm just gonna skip this part and go to where the actual debate starts. So, taking down the parody channel. If you don't know, this was the channel with 22
Turning
subscribers.
decades of information
that,
into a source of future inspiration. That's what really matters.
That got taken down, terminated because of impersonation, which I agree with what they did. I disagree with the copyright strikes because it wasn't a copyright issue, it was an impersonation issue. I 100% agree that sending in a report about impersonation was good, but the fact that they didn't reach out to the person before sending that in and telling them to change stuff about it, I think they should have done that before they just sent in a report, but yeah, that's just me. I believe Acheeto says the same thing I just did.
Content that basically parodied your main channel content.
Turning decades of information
Bro,
into a source of future
come
inspiration.
on.
That's what really matters.
I'm just giving
Content.
Bridgestone
This
a
channel
free
just went by the
advertisement to
name
like
Jadyn
one person in the
and
stream.
used a AI program to simulate your voice and make it seem as if you were talking, and it basically just downloaded these fake audio recordings of like this AI version of you talking and put it over gameplay and then uploaded it to YouTube to sort of parody your videos. Now, you went on and you copyright striked all of this person's videos. This person had 26 subscribers.
Okay, again, like I said, copyright striking shouldn't have been done. It was not an issue of copyright. It was an issue of impersonation, but yeah.
And it turns out now that their channel has been terminated. How do you respond to the fact that you basically went out of your way to take down videos for a guy that was basically just doing some playful jokes?
So yeah, now that you mention that, I'm actually working on a video like addressing this entire scenario.
Okay, so Jadyn actually, I believe, did make a video about that. And what? Okay, there.
Skyda's Minecraft was once one of the largest.
Okay, Jadyn made a video about that. This AI stole my channel. 7 minutes. I might react to that when this is done. I want to just try to get a quick skim through this. I don't want to really be streaming for more than an hour. This is an hour and 12 minutes. So yeah, let's continue.
As we speak, but I mean, I'll admit, I probably didn't handle that situation the best, and it's like come to my attention that maybe using the copyright system wasn't the best idea. I just kind of felt that I was sort of justified. I mean, this channel was impersonating me, right? They were using my channel assets, they were using my logo, they were using my outros, and they were using my voice. Now, I copyrighted.
Okay, the difference with the voice, it's an AI voice. An AI voice, I'd say it's pretty obvious. You can tell the difference. Like if I just go find one of the videos here, I'm just gonna say AI PewDiePie, I guess. PewDiePie. Bro, can I type PewDiePie? AI PewDiePie. Okay.
The time I broke my dick.
Okay. Now.
Bros, it's me, PewDiePie. It's another beautiful day.
Okay. Now, as you can tell, it's very distorted. Whereas if I just go to PewDiePie's channel here and go to one of his videos, let's just do this.
Today we fight true.
Okay. After some ads. Why did I do this on incognito mode, bro? I should have done this so I had an ad blocker or something. But you heard that. Now you can hear this.
Are you interested in spending $1 million?
As you can see, the AI voice is very distorted. It's very easy to tell someone's real voice apart from their AI voice. The reason I think Jadyn was in the right for sending in a report about impersonation wasn't because of the voice, but because they use all the channel assets. We're trying to use the voice, I guess you could say. I don't know. I don't really know if it should have been taken down or what, but yeah. I'm just gonna watch this for a bit longer and then go to the religion part.
To the channel, and I also sent in an impersonation report, and they got the copyright strike, but that didn't actually take the channel down. They were uploading a day after that, so I'm assuming that the channel got a warning from the copyright strikes, and YouTube they looked into it and they decided that what this channel was doing falls under impersonation, and so they decided to take the channel down. Probably wasn't good of me to basically kind of abuse the copyright system. I admit to that, and in the future, I won't use the copyright system. I'll just send in a report if I do feel like I am being impersonated. This like AI stuff, it kind of falls in sort of a gray area at the moment. It's like I don't know. I feel like if you're making a channel and you're using someone's voice and you're making a parody video, it's like one thing to upload a parody video to your channel, but to make a channel that's like dedicated to doing that, that's like dedicated to impersonating someone using their voice, making
Okay, Jadyn actually does make a point here. If you're gonna do a parody, I think you, unless you're making a channel to do parodies of multiple content creators, I think if you're gonna make a parody channel, make it for multiple content creators, not just one, unlike what this guy was doing, or just post parody videos, a parody video or two to your main channel if you want to. You don't gotta make one whole channel trying to like impersonate the content creator, like that was saying.
like commentary.
The channel went down matters because you were the person to get it taken down either way. Do you understand? So the first thing is that I want to push back against your take on AI because frankly I think it's kind of retarded. I don't think anybody watching the videos on this channel thought that it was you. I think
Okay, yeah, like I said, like I showed that comparison with PewDiePie, it's very easy to tell if a voice is generated in AI compared to if it's an actual human being. Like, you can tell right now, hopefully you can tell that my voice isn't generated by AI and it's actually human. Plus, it would be pretty difficult for me to AI generate this for an entire stream. I'd have to put in a lot of effort. I don't want to do that, but yeah.
Everybody was able to recognize that it was AI, and keep in mind, there were 26 subscribers to this channel. Every single one of those subscribers are people...
Okay, that's another reason why you can see Jadyn has a channel with 303,000. Oh, they lost 1,000. Last time I checked, there were 304. 303,000 subscribers.
that likely...
You can tell the difference between the numbers 26 and 303,000. If you can't, I don't know what to tell you. Go back to school. But yeah.
Understand that there's a 300-something thousand subscriber channel that is what this parody channel is based off of, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is that you yourself also had a Leafy is Here AI parody channel.
Okay, I forgot about this. Yes, Jadyn did have a Leafy is Here parody channel, but they did take down all the videos because they were scared about copyright issues and impersonation issues. But yeah.
Based on your own logic, as you just said, would be impersonation.
But then again, I don't think that was impersonation because I'm pretty sure it was like Leafy AI or something was the channel name and not using the exact same stuff. So I don't know if Acheeto here is right or wrong. I'm pretty sure it was different stuff though. So I don't know. I'm just going to watch this for a few more seconds, maybe a minute, and then I'm going to go to the religion part.
So, would Leafy's here have been in the right to file an impersonation claim against your channel that you run, which has 2,000 subscribers, I think, and get it destroyed? Do you think that would be ethical, or would that be fair? Even if YouTube thinks that it is impersonation, do you think that would be a reasonable thing to do?
Up front the entire time that this was a parody channel. I even called it AI Leafy, so it's like very clear from
Okay, yeah. So I think that's a bit of a different situation. When the other channel's name was the exact same name, using all the exact same channel art and stuff, this is clearly different because it's like AI Leafy, talking about that it's a parody channel.
That this is not actually Leafy. It's clear that this is AI.
Okay, yeah. It's pretty clear. I still think that Jadyn could have done better here. I think this is Jadyn's best point. That yes, it was really. I'd say I agree that it was impersonation. But let's go to the religion part.
When you get your next big idea,
No.
Jadyn, do you hate religious people?
Okay, this is the first question. According to Twitter, I don't know. Maybe.
No. I do not hate religious people. I merely hate the systemic side of religion. I just
Okay, so you don't hate religious people, but you hate religion. I understand it, but I feel like they're kind of connected in a way. Like, how do I explain this? It's like this saying. It's like someone saying, for example, Jadyn, I'm pretty sure is transgender. It's like someone is saying, I don't hate transgender people, but I hate the concept of transgenderism. It's like, okay, you don't hate the people, but you hate what they're doing. You hate it. You don't like what's happening with them. So there's kind of a correlation there. It would be the same with religion. I might sound really stupid, and if I do, please let me know, because I don't want to sound stupid. But I feel like it's kind of a similar thing, right? It's like if I was to go and say transgender, I don't hate transgender people, but I hate the concept of transgenderism. If somebody was to say that, wouldn't that be pretty much the same as saying I don't hate religious people, I just hate the concept of religion? You don't hate the people, but you hate what they are partaking in. There's definitely correlation there. There has to be. I could see if you hate religion, there's no way you don't, not necessarily hate, but you can't really like religious people. If you hate transgenderism, you can't really like transgender people. Like, I don't know if I'm understanding that quite right, but I feel like there has to be some type of correlation between hating religious people and hating religion. I don't know.
believe that law, the state, and religious beliefs should be kept separate.
Okay, yeah, I understand that. It has been kept separate for a while now. When were church and state separated? Okay, yeah, it's been a while. The separation of the church and state was one of the legacies in the American and French revolutions at the end of the 18th century. So yeah, it's been a while. I think most people agree with that there should be a separation between religion and government. But I feel like there should be a separation. There should be a mix of both in and out. Same with everything. There should be a bit of everything in the government, I think, so that you have the equal representation and you have whatever is right, is best for all people. So yeah, I think there should be a bit of everything. Like if you're to take, I'm in Canada, so I would say if you were to take the Senate in Canada, I'm not gonna go into the Senate, but if you're to take the Senate, I feel like it should be split into equal portions of different groups of people, so that everybody can get the what's best for them. Yeah. So I agree and disagree at the same time. I'd say the majority of people agree. Probably, I think there should be a bit of everything in the government, though.
And I don't believe that anyone's religion or anyone's religious beliefs should be enforced upon other people.
Okay, yeah. I don't think they shouldn't. They shouldn't be. It's like if you want to be Muslim, be Muslim. If you want to be Christian, be Christian. If you don't want to be, then don't. We're not. It's like these are two Americans. I'm a Canadian. Most of my audience is in North America and Europe. It's not like that. The places where it's really like that, where you kind of have to be one religion, is like Middle Eastern countries. Not all of them, but a decent amount of them. There's pretty strict guidance about that type of stuff. But I mean, where most people who would be listening to this are in like North America or Europe, so we don't gotta worry about that. We can think what we want to think. We have freedom. We're like North America is like some of the North America and Europe, I'd say, are the two most free places on the planet. Maybe Oceania, but yeah.
And I don't think that people's rights should be infringed upon due to someone else's religious beliefs.
Okay, I don't. Are people's rights usually infringed upon because of somebody else's beliefs? They might be sometimes, but I feel like, especially in North America, the church and state are so separate. I don't really know how much it would happen in North America. It might. I don't know. I feel like that wouldn't usually happen, though. That somebody's human rights would be affected by other people's religious beliefs. They could be affected by yours, I guess. But not others, I don't think.
Okay, so I agree with that. Now, a while ago you made the claim that being religious has similar properties to being racist.
Okay, if Jadyn actually made that claim, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. In what way? That's what I'm wondering. Maybe in the mid 1800s or mid 1900s, but 2023? Not really. I would strongly disagree with that for 2023. No. Unless you're a racist person and you happen to be religious. But that wouldn't be because of the religion. That would be because you're racist. Yeah, no. The religion and racism don't interlock, I wouldn't say. That's pretty stupid in my opinion.
Do you agree with that claim still, or do you want to remedy that claim?
I will say that certain religious people, due to their religious beliefs, they do harbor hatred to certain groups of people due to their religious beliefs. But
I guess in some cases that's true. If you have the most psychotic people from every religion, if you have the most insane, down your neck people from every religion, yeah, I guess that could happen. But most people are normal. You could say the same thing about anything. You could say the same thing about any group of people. So I don't really know if that claim makes sense.
are all religious people like that? Not necessarily, and I don't necessarily agree with my framing or what I said back then, because obviously I was in.
Okay, that's good. At least they don't agree with how they said it. Thank you. At least that's good.
I was in an irrational emotional state, and I've since apologized for that scenario on numerous occasions.
Right. Well, I frankly do not really care about an apology for these claims, but rather a intellectual shift into not believing them. Because you can apologize for saying anything, but still believe it.
Okay, Acheeto, yeah, that's very true. That could be for anything. like, again, going back to how Jadyn was saying stuff about religion and racism, you can apologize to someone for being racist or sexist or homophobic or transphobic or anti-Semitic or Islamophobic, anything like that. But if you still hold those beliefs, does it really do anything? No, you should change the beliefs there. You shouldn't, like, an apology doesn't do anything. If you do something messed up, if you're being sexist to people and stuff, an apology won't change the sexism, but change of character will. So instead of, obviously apologize too, but like change of character is more important.
Understand? So I'm trying to comprehend that, you know, when you've made all these tweets, there's a bulletin board of all your anti-religious tweets, and then, you know, as so recently as December, you're saying things like, oh, you know, and then you're spamming things like Jesus is dead to get a rise out of me. And then I just have to ask.
Well, first off, do you deny that Jesus is dead?
Okay. I believe Acheeto's Christian. If you were a Christian and you read the Bible, yes, you would deny Jesus is dead. That is just a fact, and I will try to find the exact scripture. Okay, if you're a Christian and you read the Bible and you hold the basic Christian beliefs, you will say that no, Jesus is not dead, because I'm bringing up some scriptures here from the Bible. Romans 6:9 says, "We know that Christ, being raised from the dead, will never die again. Death no longer has dominion over him." And Romans 8:34, Christ who died more than that, who is raised to life, is at the right hand of God, who is also interceding for us. So yes, if you are a Christian and you believe what the Bible says, yes, you should deny that Jesus is dead. You should deny that claim, because according to the Bible, according to Christianity, he is living. According to the Bible, he died for 3 days and rose back from the dead. So yes, if you are a Christian and you hold the basic beliefs, you should deny the claim that Jesus is dead. You should say he is living. It's the same with any religion. If something similar, I don't know about other religions, but something similar happened in other religions' texts and you're of that religion, and yeah, you should deny that claim. Say in the Quran, it said somewhere that Muhammad died and rose from the dead, and then someone's like, are you going to say that Muhammad's living? And say he rose from the dead and got carried up to heaven. I don't actually know anything about the Quran, but let's hypothetically, if in the Quran it said Muhammad died, rose from the dead, and was raised to heaven in like a chariot or something. And then somebody says, are you going to deny that Muhammad's dead? If I was Muslim, I would say, yeah, I would deny that. Personally, I'm Christian. So, since I believe the basic principles, I would deny that. Whether you agree with me or not, I'd still deny that claim that he's dead. I'd say he was risen. And I'd say that if you should defend your religion, no matter what your religion is. If somebody's going after your basic principles and saying, oh, would you deny this? Would you say this? Would you say that? Say, yeah, I would. Because that's what I believe. Doesn't matter what your religion is. Yeah. That's what I think about that.
From your religious perspective and your beliefs,
right?
Is that not a true statement?
Listen. But you understand what you're saying, though, is like when you tie that into everything else that you say, why else would you say it other than to get a rise out of me? My whole point is that, are you not like okay? What's a good way to frame it? Okay, so you don't hate religious people, but if you were to see somebody on Twitter saying that perhaps like you need God, like what would you say?
I would disagree, and I would probably say that God is not real. Because obviously, if they're telling me I need God, I would say that their intent is to get a rise out of me, and probably comes from a place of ignorance or even hate.
Okay, that claim I find stupid. I think if somebody's telling you you need God, and it's not in like a super rude way, if anything, it's coming from a place of love, not a place of hate. Like, if I was going up to somebody, and they were talking to me or something, and the conversation led there, and I said, not in like a rude voice, like, "Hey, stupid, I don't want to, a dumb beep, you need God." I wouldn't say that. I'd be like, if we were in the conversation, it was the right time, I'd say, "Hey, you might need God." If that was what the conversation was about, and that would be coming from a place of love. It would not be coming from a place of hate. I think, if anything, saying you need God, if it's in the right context, comes from a place of love, not a place of hate. That's my personal opinion.
So okay, so that to me shows the intellectual disconnect. So I feel like when somebody tells you you need God or you need church or you need Jesus, I don't think they're saying that out of hatred. I think
Exactly. That's my exact point, what he just said there.
they're saying that out of love. They're
Again, the rest of my exact point.
offering an olive branch. They're offering a remedy. Now, you may not agree with it. You may think it's silly. You may think it's archaic or non-scientific or whatever, right?
Yes, I agree with all of what you just said there. Yes, I believe that's a factual statement.
Okay, great. But you have to understand, it doesn't come from a place of hate.
I think it does, and maybe they're not aware of their
So that's
their
where the
hatred,
racism comparison comes
But
from. You think
yeah, exactly. Yes.
No, hold on. You can't have unconscious. Hold on. Wait, I'm trying to understand. So they may not be aware that they're hating somebody when they tell them that they need God.
Yes.
Explain that to me.
Okay. I don't know how you could be hateful towards someone and be unaware of it. I think if you're being hateful towards someone, you will be aware of it. I don't know how you could do that and be unaware of it. It's like, it's pretty obvious. Like, if somebody's saying you need God, in a way, it could come from a place of hate if it's in a certain context. But if it's in the other context, the normal context that it's used, it's not hate. And I don't know how somebody could be saying that from a place of love and not understanding that it's hate. I think if you are being hateful towards someone, you will know that you are being hateful towards them.
So I'm assuming you're referring to oftentimes many Christian individuals. They will tell people to seek God or find God because they.
Okay. You might say Christian. I'm sure quite a few Christians do that. But then again, it's not exclusively Christian. I'm sure people who are Muslim have said that. I'm sure people who are Hindu have said that. I'm sure people who are Buddhist have said that. I'm sure people from every religion have said that. I don't think it's exclusively Christians. That would be pretty dumb if it is. But, yeah.
They are doing things that they deem to be degenerate as being queer, homosexual, transgender, or even sexually promiscuous. They will say, "Get God," and I believe that does come from a place of hatred.
Okay, I think just because you are queer, I don't think anybody's going to say that. I think people, if they hate you, they'll say that. But I think most people, if you were queer and they were trying to show you religion, and their religion happened to say that, hey, it's wrong, they'd show you the religion, and over time that would happen. It wouldn't be one thing like, oh, you're queer, you need God. I don't think that's what would happen. Maybe for some people, but for the majority of sensible human beings, that's not what would happen. I'm taking an example from a preacher that I heard once. There's this guy who was saying hey, if I become Christian, will I need to stop smoking? The preacher's like, no. If I become Christian, will I have to stop doing drugs? The preacher's like, no. He goes through a list of things. Every one of them is like, no. And then he's like, why? And the preacher's like, because if you get the relationship with God, that all will come to you. That's an example from a Christian preacher. Obviously, there are probably examples for other religions. I wouldn't be so sure, because I focus on my religion. But it would be the same type of scenario with this if there was a religion coming that said, oh, okay, being queer is not okay. If there was a religion like that, I'm sure it would work the same way, like what I just explained with the guy smoking and doing drugs and a bunch of other stuff. I don't think they just start immediately yelling at you that, because that would be a thing that would happen over time. So, yeah.
Or
Okay,
ignorance.
So let's
distaste.
Right. So I'm gonna expand on what you just said. I don't think it's entirely exclusive to what you just labeled. I think that it could also just be someone acting like insane or crazy or having a meltdown on Twitter that you can just say, hey, like, you need God, like, just wind down.
Yeah, exactly. That's it's not because of anything you're doing. Sometimes it is. But if you're saying that, there are a few contexts that you can say you need God. One of them is a place of love, the other is a place of hate, and the other is neutral, I'd say. And that would be an example of neutral. But I think the majority of the time it's a place of love. And usually it's not because of anything you have going on in your life. It's not because you're queer. It's not because you're smoking. It's not because you're doing drugs. It's not because you're drinking alcohol. It's not because of any of that. It's because you're being either you're in a conversation about it and they say that they're just hating you, or you're being stupid. Yeah.
Now, obviously,
Well, I mean, if we're being realistic here,
Play the open beta. May we
is crazy, I believe finding God would probably be the worst thing for them to do.
Okay, Jadyn says that, but that's subjective. Some people would say it would be the best. Personally, I'd say, my belief is that would be much better than anything else you could do. If you're going nuts, if you need something, I'd say finding religion, finding God. Not even necessarily my religion. Anything. I'd say, if I was talking to somebody, I'd invite them to do some stuff with me. Say, go eat. And if they were talking to me about stuff, I'd start, and they felt like they were empty or something, and they wanted to hear about my religion, Christianity, I'd tell them about it. I'd say if somebody's crazy, if anything, finding God, finding religion, something like that, is the best thing for them, because I think in most societies we see, if anything, religion will bring order in people's lives, because there's, whether in the long run it ends up being the right thing to believe or the wrong thing to believe, because realistically we have no idea what's right, what's wrong right now. Until we die, we don't know anything. If there's whatever, I think, but either way, if you have the basic set of principles to follow, most religions' basic set of principles are the same. And those can bring order in someone's life if they start following them well. So I'd say religion is actually a good thing to have in your life. Or God, or anything like that. Okay. That could be true in some cases, but I feel like a lot of times, if some people are nuts, they go to religion, they are less crazy. They're more like a civilized human being, rather than that. Some people are just crazy and nuts and it doesn't end well. but a lot of times, I'd say it helps them. I just realized for that entire thing,
Played suicide.
I just realized for that entire thing that was going on, the audio was muted. Hopefully it wasn't too long because that would be really awkward because I was listening to it and the audio was off. Hopefully it's not too awkward because I'm just going to keep going.
Side. They're addicted to drugs. They live these degenerative lifestyles, as you sort of alluded to. And then they find, you know, not just Christianity, but any sort of religion, and they sort of begin a better life for themselves. So I don't really understand how necessarily somebody...
Yeah, I've heard many stories like this, not just for Christianity, for all religions. It happens all the time. People will be in drugs, alcohol, everything. The worst things you can think of. Then they'll find it, and they'll get out of that. They'll start their life over again if you like the way I explained that. They'll like restart their lives, I guess you could say, and it will be better. And they'll be able to live life better, have longer lives, just be better people in general.
in a bad place.
I mean, I'm glad that they were able to do that. I'm glad that they were
Right, but
able
you said
to
it
find
never ends
something
well. You said it never
that
ends well.
that helps them. But I mean, for my personal belief, as someone who is not religious and as someone who is atheist and is more sort of into philosophy, I would say that using religion and using these beliefs that I deem to be unfounded, I believe that there's issues there. But if that's what someone needs to live better and to have a better life, I support their right to do that.
Okay, that's good. Whether you agree with it or not, if somebody needs it to have a better life, then yeah, you should support their right to do that. These are both Americans. I'm Canadian, North America. Most countries in North America are free. America and Canada, some of the most free countries on the planet. You should have the freedom without being judged to have your own religion. That's, I'd say, one of the more important freedoms. My personal opinion, that's one of the most important freedoms, to be able to express yourself how you see fit, whether that be religion or anything else.
And I think that's great that they were able to do that. But if they're going around trying to, I guess you could say, indoctrinate other people into their religion,
No,
I believe that is an issue.
Someone telling you find God on Twitter is not indoctrination. You know that.
Okay, yeah. Telling somebody on Twitter find God is definitely not indoctrination. I don't know what Jadyn's saying right now. Telling somebody on Twitter to find God is not indoctrination.
I mean, clearly the way that they're saying "find God" is
Bro, people say
not
touch
in good
grass,
faith.
like it's the same thing.
Yeah, well, when you're telling someone to touch grass, you are in a way insulting them.
Okay, well, both of them stem from the fact that the assumption is that you're not in a good place right now. Either you're inside
Well, then
too
you
much.
could
you're
just
not...
say,
Just gonna mute that and turn that off for these ads quickly. Okay, and now I'll come back.
a good place. Maybe you should get help instead of just being like, seek God, find God, touch grass. Like that's a more inflammatory way to
Okay, but
say
hold
it.
on. You have to understand, most people view get help and find God to be synonymous. You find them to be drastically different and hateful.
They pretty much are synonymous. If you're doing it on Twitter, yeah, they're synonymous. If you're on Twitter saying find God and get help, they're pretty much the same thing. Touch grass. They're all pretty much the same thing.
Even.
Yes, to a certain extent, yes. I do believe that that can be a hateful statement.
Okay, so I tell you get help, okay? No problem with that. You find no issue with that?
No, I have no issue with that.
Cool. So I say find God. What's your problem with that?
I like I said, I've already discussed. I believe.
But what's
that
hateful about
comes
me
from
saying that?
A place of hatred.
Yeah, so what's hateful
It just
about me
is
saying
because
that? It just
I-
is?
I-
We have-
Okay. What's hateful? How is that hateful? It just is. That is a terrible argument. Show some proof. How is it hateful? If you show some proof, maybe he'll side with you. But you're not showing proof. If anything, you're proving his point. How is it hateful? I don't know. It just is. Makes no sense.
I believe God. First of all, you're Christian, right? I believe that your God is an entity of hate. I believe that
Okay. The Christian God is an entity of hate. You believe that? According to Christianity, according to the Bible, God loves everybody. So even if you believe that, whether he's real or not, the Christian God, whether you believe he's real or not, you can't really say he's an entity of hate when the basic Christian principles revolve around loving everybody, loving each other, because Jesus loves everybody. So whether you believe in the Christian God, Jesus, whether you believe in Jesus or not, whether you believe in the Christian God or not, I think that's invalid no matter what to say it's an entity of hate, because the Christian teaching, the Bible specifically, one of the main key principles, if not the key principle, is love, because God loved everyone. So that's just incorrect. I don't know, even whether you believe it or not, that can't be right.
Christian God is immoral and not someone or something that I would ever want to follow.
Okay, so
and to tell me to seek that God, to me, comes off as
well, I didn't
sort of
first of all, I'm being respectful to you. Okay, I'm not getting on you or anything. So let's not like.
I'm being.
No, you're not. You just told me
well.
what. No. You just told me my God is a God of hate. Okay, that's not true.
Yes, I believe that is a fact statement. I'm merely stating my own personal beliefs.
All right, so let's.
I respect your right to be a Christian, but if you're gonna ask me my thoughts on your religion or your God, I'm going to give them.
But I didn't ask for your thoughts on my God, but let's just turn the temperature down a little bit, okay? I'm just saying that when someone says find God, they're not saying to find their God or anything like that, a God that they're just saying to find a purpose in life that brings you to a place where you're more connected to yourself. You have a better understanding of your purpose. That's what religion is. It explains purpose, right?
That's exactly what religion is. It explains purpose. It helps people. It gives you a moral compass, explains your purpose. Why are you alive? That's what religion does. And again, saying find God is the same as saying get help. It's like find a purpose for your life. Yeah.
Well, what if I told you
hold on, hold on.
What if I told you to transition? What if I felt that was helpful for you? Would you not find that offensive? Me telling you to transition, become a woman. What if I told you that? Would you not respond to that negatively or believe that is negative in some way?
Well, that is just not true. Because
true?
Because telling a cisgender person to undergo transgender treatment would cause objective gender dysmorphia.
Okay, I think those are telling somebody to find God and telling somebody to transition, two completely different things. Find God is pretty much the same as telling somebody to find help, whereas just going transition. First of all, if they were to actually take you up on that, if they were to actually take you up on find God, they just pretty much at least get a moral compass to follow, find their meaning in life. If you were to tell somebody to transition, and they went through with it, they'd undergo surgeries that could be very harmful to their bodies. They'd undergo severe gender dysmorphia because, say you told me to transition and I actually went through with it, I'm a guy. I'm not a woman. I'm a man. So I'd be experiencing severe gender dysmorphia. I'd end up being depressed. I'd have anxiety. At the end, I could genuinely see myself committing suicide if I was forced into that position. If I was told to do that and I genuinely went through with that, I could see myself committing suicide if I did that. If you go to religion, the key principles are a moral compass, and it shows you a way in life. So there's mental health. You might still have some mental health issues, but it's showing you why you're living and gives you the chances are, if you go to religion, you're not going to commit suicide because of religion. If you have gender dysmorphia, you could commit suicide because of gender dysmorphia. That's my point.
Yeah, I'd probably end up killing myself if you made me become a girl. So, I mean.
Yeah, and I would probably kill myself if I had to follow a religion that I view as immoral.
Well, no one's
and
saying you have
wrong
to.
and not based in science.
No one's saying you have to. It's a suggestion.
I
right?
mean, again, this is all kind of semantics. I would say that going forward, if you want people to receive you better, do not just leave your religion, leave God.
Stupid ads.
Of the question, just say, get help.
Okay. Well, I think you should get help, but I think that also
I and
I
many
think-
others view that as an ignorant thing to say or a hateful thing to say.
right. And I just okay. I guess maybe you're offended.
Okay, you and many others. I don't know how many people think find God is a hateful statement. Saying get help is a hateful statement. Saying find God is a hateful statement. Is pretty much saying get help, and saying touch grass is a hateful statement. They're practically the same thing. In the context that you're talking about, they're practically the exact same thing. Are you going to say touch grass is a hateful statement? No, you sound stupid. But from the context, you're saying that. If you were to say, find God is a hateful statement, you'd have to say, touch grass is a hateful statement from the context you're going for. That's dumb.
By being told to find God, and that's not something that I don't think I can change in this call. So but you're saying I'm just confused at the root. So you do like religious people, or you don't like religious people? I just don't get it.
I don't hate religious people. I'm perfectly fine with religious people, and I believe everyone has the right to believe what they want. But religion itself, I, as an atheist, have my issues with religion as a concept, as a whole.
Okay. Moving on, the next topic I have here. What are your thoughts on black people?
Okay, so they go over a controversy that Jadyn was in about them saying the N-word. And not gonna lie, I don't know if I really am gonna react to that controversy. There are so many videos on it. You can find that so many other places. These two things, you can't find them a lot of places. This thing, you can't find it a lot. This, you can find it a lot. This, can't. I've never seen this, but yeah, I think I'm going to skip this part just because it's controversy. You can find information about it anywhere. I'm going to go to the next part.
I mean, we've spoken to Keemstar. A possibility. I mean, we've spoken to it might potentially.
Do you have autism?
Potentially. It might be a possibility. I mean, we've spoken to Keemstar, right? And he said, I'm autistic. I might have autism, and that seems to be.
Okay, I don't understand what Jadyn's saying. Is like, you spoken to Keemstar and he said you're autistic? How would he know? That makes no sense. I wouldn't trust that. If he said he's autistic, if you have the same tendencies as he does, get a test, go to an appointment, get a test. Yeah.
The consensus from a lot of people, but have I been officially diagnosed as of yet? No. Is it something that I'm looking into? Yes.
Okay, I'm going to be straightforward with you. You did say that back in December. We're in March at this point. What's the holdup?
3 months? I don't know what the situation is like in the U.S., but if I wanted to go take a test for autism, I'd call a clinic, say, hey, I want to book an appointment to get an autism test. And they'd be like, okay, we can see you. in 2 weeks. That's it. Or maybe 3 weeks. They give me a time. They give me an appointment time. And then they'd be like, okay, we'll see you then. Then at the day I'd go and get the test and figure if I'm autistic or not. Which, I don't know. I might actually do that sometime, but I don't really feel like it right now. So, yeah. But it's not that hard to get an appointment. You just gotta call and say, hey, I want an appointment. When can you have me in? Then they'll tell you. At least that's how it works. That's what it's like in Canada right now. I don't know about the US, but yeah.
Bob.
Well, I mean, that's kind of, it's just a difficult thing to do. I'm
To make an
in general,
appointment?
I'm not.
Make an appointment? Difficult? Again, like I said, if the US, you make appointments anything like we do here in Canada, you have to make a phone call. You might be on the phone for 5 minutes. You can't take 5 minutes out of your day to go on the phone? Okay. I probably talk on the phone to, like, my grandmother or my mom or my dad for 5 minutes every day. Why can't you book an appointment? Again, like I said, if I was going to book an appointment, I'd call a clinic, be like, hey, I need this, I need whatever I need. When can you have me in for an appointment? They'd tell me, I'd say on average, they'd tell me about 2 weeks. Again, don't know the situation in the US, so I could be stupid for saying that, but yeah.
I'm not good at making appointments, and maybe that.
Okay, I don't know how you can be bad at making appointments. Because appointments, to be bad at making appointments, you're telling me you're bad at talking? You're a commentary channel who talk to hundreds of thousands of people every day. You're bad at talking. You're bad at talking on the phone. What?
That plays into some of the autism or ADHD, but
Okay,
I'm not good. I'm not good at making appointments. I'm not good.
So let's do this. I'll help you. Okay, I'll be the alley oop. So why don't, after this call, you spend 15 minutes to find a doctor's office locally or someplace where you can get testing.
I mean, how am I sure that this place that I'm booking, that I'm getting, has the right tools, the right doctors, that's like.
Call them and ask, hey, do you do tests for autism? Call them up and be like, hey, do you do tests for autism? If they say yes, be like, okay, I'm interested in getting a test. When could I have an appointment? When could I have an appointment? When could I have an appointment? When can I come in? They'll tell you when you can come in. And if they say no, call a different office. Keep going until you get one that can do it. Not that hard.
Equipped, it's not too expensive, that they'll
You
accept
research it.
my money, or it's like that takes a lot of work.
Wait, hold on. Did I hear that?
Money that's like equipped, it's not too expensive, that they'll
You
accept
research it.
my money.
That they'll accept your money. I don't think you can find too many clinics that won't accept your money. Unless counterfeit? I mean, if you're using not counterfeit money, don't know why they wouldn't accept it. That's a pretty dumb thing to say. I can't go get this test I need. Because I don't know if the clinic will accept my money. By the way, imagine having to pay for healthcare. Crazy, bro. I have a card, I pull it out, and it's... Then again, we have like 1,000 times more tax than the US, so I can't really say anything. I pull out but if I go to an appointment, I pull out a card, and taxes cover it, insurance covers it. Taxes and insurance. It's pretty much nothing else to pay. Unless it's like something like physiotherapy or something.
Or it's like that takes a lot of work. That takes a lot
Well,
of effort, and
well, I think
that's why I've been holding off. That's why
well-
it's difficult for me to
Right.
set or make a point.
Okay. A lot of effort to hop on a phone call. Okay. A lot of effort to go on a website. I'm not sure. I mean, might be a bit of effort to put in your information, but you should know all your information that you have to put in. I don't know.
Appointments.
Okay, I comprehend that fully, but it, at this point has been about 3 months, and I don't think it takes 3 months. And if you need help, I think you can reach out to somebody that can help you, like, I don't know, a family member, trusted individual, whatever. But at this point in time, I
mean, currently, I live in a different state. I just moved states, and I don't have my ID. I don't have any of that. I don't have any of my papers.
Okay, now that I hear that, don't have ID or your papers, yeah, it will probably be difficult for you to get an appointment. You might want to get those. Just telling you. It will probably be a bit easier to book an appointment with an ID and the information you need. Like, if I go to a hospital and I don't have my health card, I can tell you it's going to be pretty difficult for me to get into that hospital. Unless I have the number on me, but usually I don't memorize my health card number because I usually have it on me. If I don't have my information I need to get into this place that I have to go to, then it's kind of difficult to get in. In fact, recently I had to go to the hospital because I dislocated my kneecap a few weeks ago. I had to go to the hospital, and I went in, and my mom on her phone my mom had to find my expired medical card. My expired health card took her like 30 minutes to just find it. She had to get all the numbers, write it down. Then we had to go in. We had to say, hey, we don't have the card. They're like, okay, give us the number. Went through a big process. Then after that, I had to get a new card. It's a bit difficult when you don't have the information you need.
Any of my shit. 'Cause
So,
I lost.
are you like an illegal immigrant?
I mean, technically, I may tech.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. Illegal immigrant. I'd watch out. Especially if Trump gets reelected, I'd watch out. I mean, hey, he's better than Biden, whether you like him or not.
Technically qualify at this point, but I don't have my shit. I lost it.
Got it.
So like again, there's just all these roadblocks and hurdles I have to go through to like get all this shit settled, and yeah, it's an issue.
All right, so for the public record, are you autistic?
Bruh, stupid ads. For the public record, is the 300,000 subscriber YouTuber Jadyn autistic? Drum roll, please.
Public record, I would say inconclusive.
Fair point. If
Yeah.
they
You know what? I at this point, I'll take that answer. Inconclusive. That's fair enough. So, let's get into the nitty gritty.
Okay, Natty Forsyth. If you don't know who Natty Forsyth is, got into controversy because he decided to start flirting with somebody without asking what their age was. He is... I'm not sure how old he is. He is 22 right now. Actually, yeah, 22. 22 right now. Okay, I'm not 100% sure when it happened. I think it was about a year ago, though. So it would have been like a 20-year-old, a 21-year-old, and a 12-year-old. 9 years. Especially when 9 years ago she was 3. And you were 12? Ooh, bit. I don't know what I think about that. I think that's a bit weird. Not a bit weird. That's very weird. Okay. Obviously, it was an accident. He didn't check the age. But if you're gonna start flirting with somebody, ask them what their age is. It's not that hard. It's a ask. How old are you? It's a four words. You have to text them 4 words. How old are you? Now you can avoid that. Again, that's something you can find a lot of information on. So now we're going to go to the very last part, doxing. I actually don't know what this is. I completely forget about this.
Topic. Did you dox yourself and why?
Did I dox myself?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll just let this play for like a minute because I think it's really close here. This is very stupid.
No, I did not dox myself.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I was saying an address that wasn't necessarily my address because I thought it was funny. Well, I mean, honestly, it was my address at the time, but I was actually like moving, like 2 weeks later.
Get. You were a YouTuber with 300,000 subscribers. Hold on. Okay. You have 300,000 subscribers. According to statistics, at least 4,500 of those subscribers are literal psychopaths. And weeks, not a week, not a day, not less than a week, weeks, plural, weeks, potentially a month before you move, you're going to say your real address. When you are a 300,000 subscriber YouTuber. Weeks. You know how much time... Again, statistically, at least 4,500 of your subscribers are literal psychopaths. And you're going to leak your address. Not days, weeks. Not hours, not days, not like a week. Multiple weeks before you move. I live in Canada. If I had the money to spend right now and really wanted to, I could book a flight tonight and be in Australia tomorrow night, Monday morning. And you, weeks before you move, leak your address. That might just be the dumbest thing anybody on this planet has ever done.
But I was just like, at that point, I was just like, okay, these people are like harassing me, they're attacking me, like what the fuck,
They're harassing and attacking you. And then you decide to leak your address? Is that the best thing to do when people are attacking you? Leak your actual address. Bro. Whoever bought their old house, I wonder how many people have showed up at their door. There has to be a few. There's no way there's not.
fuck do you want? So I had like a mental breakdown, and for some reason I just thought it would be funny or as a good idea to just say my address. Like if you wanna attack me, you wanna harass me, you think this is funny. All right, come show up to my house. Like give me this energy in real life type thing.
Looking back,
Okay.
you wouldn't have
Okay. I'm done. There's only like less than 10 minutes left of this. I'm going to react to the AI stole my channel before I'm done this stream. But that is the dumbest thing you could ever do. Don't dox yourself. Why? That's bruh. That's so dumb.
Recently, I have faced criticism due to my handling of a situation where the channel was pretty much impersonating me. Many people have said that it was hypocritical of me to do this, that it was me abusing the copyright system, and I just want to kind of explain my perspective as well as admit to some of my wrongdoings here. So a few days ago, I was made aware of this channel that was using an AI synthesized version of my voice, and they were basically using my voice to make commentary videos.
What do you mean it's not clear what I am referencing? I'm sorry, but look here, look, listen. Every time I step, there's always videos made about Jadyn did this, Jadyn did that, and it's like, shut the fuck up. I get it, everyone hates me because I am trans, but it never fucking ends with you guys.
Now, a lot of people said that this channel falls under parody, and that it was fine what this channel was.
Okay, that channel. In some ways it could fall under parody. I know earlier I said it's impersonation. I still say it's impersonation. But depending on how you look at it, it could be considered parody. But I find that a bit of a stretch.
Was doing. However, I do believe that they crossed a line here because they didn't clearly distinguish themselves as
Yeah, this is very blurry, but as you can see, 28 subscribers compared to 303,000 plus no verified mark. I think you could tell that it wasn't Jalen, but still, considering same name, same logo, I'm sure there could have been one person who fell for
any
it.
sort of parody. They were using my voice, they were using my channel art, my channel assets, and even stole my channel name. It was pretty clear that this channel was impersonating me. Now, people have brought up that in the past I made this video talking about this software where you can basically create an AI version of like anyone's voice. However, within that video, I explicitly kind of condone using this to impersonate.
Okay, that could be seen as hypocritical, but again, if they actually did say that they did not condone using it, I understand. But yeah, that's pretty hypocritical. I'm not gonna lie.
People. They do say on the site that like you are subject to like copyright, so like if you do use someone's voice and they like copyright you, right? Like you are liable for that. The company is not liable for that. I mean, technically what I did here is probably against some copyrights, but I highly doubt anyone's gonna come after me because I'm not doing anything malicious. I'm just trying to show examples. I don't recommend doing anything malicious with this stuff because that's like really messed up.
And I basically made that video for educational purposes. I wasn't saying, hey.
Okay, yeah. I'm now on a line with that. Is it hypocritical? Is it not? Because if it was if it was explicitly not condoning it, educational purposes, I don't know what to think about it.
Hey, yo, guys, go here. Use this. Go make your own channel. Start impersonating people. Start making Mr. Beast videos. I didn't do that. I didn't say that. And with the Leafy AI channel, there's a reason why I took down all the videos on that channel. Because
Okay, yeah, the Leafy AI. I'd say that would be more parody than impersonation because it's AI. It's named AI Leafy. In either way, all videos are taken down. because of worries of copyright and impersonation. But yeah.
Right now, these AI videos in general are kind of sort of in a gray area, and quite a few people have been terminated by YouTube themselves for making this AI generated content, and it's not really sure where this content itself really falls within YouTube's guidelines. However, I have seen some people like Optimus make these like Call of Duty videos of like the presidents. You've probably seen them all over
Yeah, people make those all the time. Those are actually kind of funny. I like watching them.
TikTok, and Optimus was able to do it just fine, so I'm not really sure where that falls, but I took the channel and all the videos down because I didn't want to risk getting a strike. However, the difference here and with that...
Okay, yeah. See? This is a parody. AI Leafy, not the actual Leafy. This channel is made entirely out of AI technology by fans of Leafy's here. That's not impersonation. I'd say them taking down the channel that was impersonation is not hypocritical. Maybe for that video, but not for this reason.
That channel was that I clearly distinguished it as a parody. I wasn't trying to impersonate Leafy. I was very clear from the start that it was AI, that it wasn't actually Leafy is here. Now, in YouTube's guidelines, it clearly states that impersonating someone is against the YouTube guidelines. And so I reported the channel for impersonation, and I also copyright strike the channel since it had used my outro and other assets from my channel, and YouTube would then give this channel a warning and take down 4 of these videos. Now, since then, I've come to the understanding that it was wrong of me to
copyright, okay, like this tweet is saying, copyright may not have been the best way to handle this, but I saw a threat to my brand, so I decided to take the swiftest course of action I could. As expected, the channel to just go down, and none of this to be an... Okay. I really messed that up. So, I took the swiftest course of action I could. As I expected the channel to just go down and none of this to be an issue. As like I said, this channel was impersonating me. Impersonation? Okay, the what? Type properly. It was an impersonation channel, but the copyright system was used wrong, and I believe that's also against YouTube's terms of service doing invalid copyright strikes. You did take them away, which is good, but it doesn't really matter because now the channel's terminated.
The copyright system. This wasn't a copyright issue, even though they did steal my channel assets. I didn't have any right to copyright strike them, and I should have left it at just reporting the channel. Now, YouTube has gotten...
I mean, technically speaking, if you somehow are able to put copyright on your voice, the copyright strike is justified. But you use outro stuff, it wasn't copyright issues. Because it might be, but I highly doubt this logo is copyright. I highly doubt this banner is copyright.
Was once one. So
the name Jadyn definitely is not copyrighted.
I took the channel and all the videos down because I didn't want to risk getting it. Received a bit of mixed messaging. Now I have since rescinded these copyright strikes, which
okay, good. Actually, proof that the copyright strikes were rescinded.
At this point, it doesn't really matter, as YouTube did take the channel down for impersonation. And I've kind of received a bit of mixed messaging and criticism from people, with like this person, Nicholas Diorio, saying that it was wrong of me to copyright them. I should have just reported them for impersonation. But then when YouTube was like, yeah, you're right, this is impersonation, he also got mad at me because I reported the channel for impersonation and YouTube took it down. Now, at the moment, there isn't really any sort of precedent for this kind of stuff, for these kind of AI deepfake content in videos. Like I said,
any precedent? I wouldn't say that. Some of the most popular videos right now are like those precedents with AI. I'd say they're I don't know. That's interesting. I don't think you could really say there's no precedent for this when some of the most popular videos are AI. My opinion, though.
It all just kind of falls in a sort of gray area. However, I do think that with YouTube's current rules, if you're using someone's voice and you're creating a channel using that channel's assets and making videos using their voice within the same like content genre, that's a bit more than parody. That's a bit
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. That's impersonation. If you don't distinguish it at all, it's impersonation. If you distinguish it, that's fine.
more than these like meme videos of the presidents playing Minecraft, and I would say it's impersonation. Now in the future, I just won't touch the copyright system. I'll only use it if there is a full-on copyright violation, like someone re-uploading my content. I should have just left it at the flag, and that was it. I do think some people are being a bit dramatic here. They're acting like I was bullying this small...
Okay, yeah, that is a fair point. People were being dramatic. They were acting like Jadyn was bullying the small channel, but the small channel was impersonating. So I completely understand where Jadyn's coming from.
This small channel that was just trying to make it, that was just trying to make videos. I'm the next Brent Rivera. It's like, no, this was not some guy like grinding videos, like just trying to make it. This was someone who created a channel a few days ago, stole my voice, and was uploading videos impersonating me. If someone wants to upload parody videos on their channel, they're free to do that. And I've seen a few people make videos similar using my voice, and I haven't struck them down because they do fall under parody. But it's just a lot different when you're using my name and you're using my channel assets. Anyway, these are just my thoughts.
Okay. And that's all for the stream. I hope you guys did enjoy that. That was longer than I thought. Actually, in fact, double the time I was planning on going. Make sure you do what this is doing on this channel. Subscribe. I've lost way too many subscribers I've lost like 50 subscribers in the last month. Maybe shouldn't have switched to commentary. But like I said, I'm gonna go back. Okay, that was weird. My headset just killed itself. But like I said, I'm gonna go back to Destiny. And yeah. That's all I have. See you guys in the next one. Peace.